Family Therapy, also from K-State, and a bachelor's degree in addiction counseling from Washburn University. He taught in the Family and Human Services Department at Washburn University as a tenure-track assistant professor, and he was previously licensed as both a marriage and family therapist and a master addiction counselor. He's running as a Republican candidate for Douglas County Commissioner, District 1. So please help me welcome Dr. Justin Spiess.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having me today, and thank you to everyone being here. So, I don't look like a politician, do I? Yeah, that's right. It's intentional. So I'm not a politician, thankfully. What I am is I'm a dad, an American who got pissed off at the way stuff happened with COVID. And I decided that instead of just sitting around my house being mad about stuff, that I was going to step up and do some things to try and create some change around where I'm from. So I'm over in Lawrence. And what I did, appreciate it. So I was a professor over at Washburn, teaching in the Family and Human Services Department, and I lost my job last May because there was a critical race theory article that was circulating among faculty there, and I just simply stood up against it and said, this ain't right, and I got fired for it. And a little bit after that, USD 497, which is the school district there in Lawrence, put in another child mask mandate in the school. And so I said I had enough of this stuff, so I went and I started a protest there in Lawrence right outside the admin building, and I sat outside their building there with my sign, starting in July of last year all the way to when they lifted the mandate in March. So every single day from July to March I stood there. Yeah, appreciate it. The rain, that's right. A lot of people here have joined me as well while I was out there. So when I say I was out there every day, I mean it. I was out there in the heat, I was out there in the rain, I was out there in the snow, I was out there in the wind. We had a blizzard roll through in February, and I was sitting out there on the corner in the snow, and there weren't any cars driving by. That's how serious I thought that the mass on children was, and how much damage it's going to do. I'm not going to talk necessarily about what I am or what my platform is as a politician. I appreciate it. If you want to learn more about me, check out my YouTube channel. It's called Dr. Justin Spiess. My last name is spelled S-P-I-E-H-S. My message here today that I want to talk to you about is I want you to never forget. I want you to never forget that our politicians let us down, and that they will again. They let us down in their initial response when COVID hit back in March 2020. By the way, they didn't stand up for us. They weren't leaders. They were cowards. They were spineless, and they just went along with what the Democrats wanted. We lost the battle on day one out there when COVID hit. They weren't standing up saying, hey, you ain't got to wear that mask. Hey, don't close down your business. Hey, don't not go to church. Hey, don't worship the way you want to. Instead, they were right in line with it, and only later they came along with it. Had they stood up from the moment that stuff came down, we wouldn't be in the mess we're in right now. Instead, we're just gonna keep rewarding these same politicians, and they're all lawyers, man. They're all attorneys. We're gonna keep rewarding them by putting them in office. And the same thing's gonna happen when the next emergency comes down the line. They're not gonna stand up for us. So that's right, man. So never forget what they did. Never forget it. Never forget how we were treated by our friends and our families, businesses, society, how they told us we were crazy, we were conspiracy theorists, and that we were wrong. Well, it's starting to come out. We were right. We were right about masks, we were right about vaccines, and we need to remind these fools every chance we get that we were right and they were wrong, and they tried to ruin our lives over it. Never forget what they did to us in the position that we're in right now. Again, never forget that it was these politicians on both the right and the left that let us down and made it so that our families and our friends were able to turn their backs on us. When COVID hit back in March 2020 and into April and May, I was at my house in Lawrence every day looking around for a leader, a politician that would say, no, you ain't got to do that stuff. They just never were there. So never forget that. Never let them off the hook for it. So along with that, goes into the way I look right now, we have to reinvent our party. We cannot be the milquetoast Republicans anymore. The days of boat shoes and khaki pants should be done and over with, man. We cannot keep rewarding them for who they are allowing everything that's happened to us.
Get rid of these traitors now!
That's right, man. And so that's my friend there. When I was doing my protest back in July, he was the first person that showed up there to offer support. So I appreciate you, man. I really do. So what that means when I talk about how we need to reinvent our party and we need to do away with the way things work, that it's up to each one of us. It's up to all of us. Instead of voting these people back in, we should be the ones that are lining up for office. Looking how we are, talking how we are, and representing the people that need to be represented, not allowing these attorneys to step in there because they look nice, they look the way we want them to be, they're clean talking, they're educated. No, we need to do it ourselves because clearly they are not on our side. Along with that, so when we do step up and we do reinvent our party, I want you to know that war is sacrifice. If you step up, you stand up, and you make noise, you will lose a lot. So when I stood up against CRT and when I stood up for that mask mandate, like I mentioned, I lost my job, but I lost everything else. Over in Lawrence, it's a liberal area. They turned my message into a political one. Mine was all about protecting children. They turned it into a political message. And from that, they attacked me personally. They attacked my family every single day. Online, in person, threatened to come to my house. I lost everything. I lost my wife, I lost my kids, I lost my house, I lost my dog, I lost my cars, I lost it all. And I'm not saying that as like a sob story, and I'm not saying that to scare you off from standing up and doing what's right. What I'm saying is, if you stand up, you will lose a lot. But it's important to remember that you will also gain a lot as well. So even though I lost all that, I mean, look for example here today, I'm standing up here in front of the Capitol speaking to you all, running for office. 2.5 years ago when COVID hit and I was pissed off at my house, I never thought that I'd be in this position right here. So I've gained a lot along the way. I gained my friend here, my friends that I'm with here, gained a lot of meaningful relationships. So don't let the fact that you will suffer consequences for taking a stand stop you from actually doing it. You will lose something, but you will gain a lot. Don't forget that.
The persecuted are blessed!
That's right, man. That's right. And so as we look around, and it's been like this for day one for me since I've been protesting, I look to my left, I look to my right, there ain't nobody but us, man. There is nobody but us. Look at our rally here. Probably 45 of us. We don't need an army. We just need warriors. All right? And so what that means is we're not going to have a whole bunch of people right now fighting our cause. It means that we need to do more. We are the few warriors out there. Whatever we're doing, we need to do even more. So I want to challenge you to look inside yourself and ask, what are you doing? Are you going to your city commission meetings? Are you going to your county commission meetings? Are you going to the school board? Are you calling these fools out every chance you can to their face? Not online, to their face. They want us to be online in our echo chambers. Get in their face. The last thing that I want to leave you with is Jesus promised that if you stand firm, you will win life. And the opposite of that is if you don't stand firm, you're going to lose everything. So stand firm. Jesus does not lie. He promised you will win life.